And welcome everyone. First, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time today to be on this Zoom and for caring enough about your health and future to learn more about some simple solutions that have blessed each of us that you're going to hear from today. I'm April. I'm a mom of three. I'm a Dr. Sears certified lifestyle, exercise, attitude, and nutrition coach. And I'm so excited to be sharing this information with you because it literally changed my life 15 years ago. You know, at the time my firstborn was one, he was struggling. He was a colicky baby. He had eczema and food allergies. He was a picky eater, and I was exhausted. But when he stopped making much eye contact and wasn't meeting developmental milestones, I totally panicked. I was that crazy mom that Googled a specialist, the best specialist I could find. She had her MD, her naturopathic degree, and her doctorate in physical chemistry. I really wanted somebody that could help us from every angle. So I flew my son to Baton Rouge to go to her clinic, and she did tons of comprehensive tests and ultimately ended up recommending a supplement that was clinically proven to reduce oxidative stress, which his load was high, balance the immune system, which obviously his was struggling, and much more. But let's pause here for a second because I really want to illustrate an important point. Everybody hold up your fist. This is a serving size. Did you know that we're supposed to be eating 9 to 13 fist-sized servings of fruits and vegetables every day? Kids too, and athletes even more, 16 to 18 servings. I thought my family ate healthy because we ate mostly organic whole foods, but we weren't getting enough healthy healing nutrition, even though we were close to that recommended servings every day. Unfortunately, the average American only gets about 2.5 servings. And by the way, they count French fries and ketchup into those numbers, which is crazy. So what do we do? Or what if you're eating that many servings too and are still struggling with a health issue? I want to share a simple solution with you that our doctor shared with us all those years ago. And the product is called Juice Plus. It's a concentrated nutrients of 45 different plants. Can you imagine being able to get this many plants into your body every single day? And so these are all of the different plants that you're getting in your body every single day. Sorry, I lost my screen for a second. And as a mom of a picky eater, sneaking a variety of fruits and veggies in really spoke to me. It wasn't synthetic or isolated nutrients. It was real food. And I'm going to go ahead and share a short clip of how it's made and how they lock in the nutrition.
The fact that we actually grow a lot of these products very close to the factory, we can preserve the freshness. They can be harvested and processed within just a couple hours of when they come out of the field, as opposed to maybe some of the produce you might buy in the store where it has to go through trucking and shipping and a lot of different steps to be available to you. These processes that we do are done just within a few hours of when the product's harvested.
From the farm through our plant, the fresh product actually only takes about 6 hours. When the product arrives at our farm processing plant, the product is tumbled, washed, and cleaned. The clean product is then laid out over the processing belt and slowly moved through sub-zero air. When we're doing that, we're able to freeze the product and preserve all the freshness of the product just as if it was from the field.
The sooner you can lower the temperature and control the temperature, the more you can lock in the nutrients.
When Juice Plus is looking for nutritional quality, color is very important.
Most people associate a dark red cranberry as a sign of the ripeness of that fruit.
Freshness is very important. There's a very short amount of time from when they're harvested to when they're frozen, locking in the freshness and nutrients.
While we're producing the Juice Plus powders, they have very high standards for the purity of their powders, what can go into their powders. They also have tight controls over their supply lines. They know which farms it comes from, and they have a good control over that. Also, when the products are produced, they have certain steps throughout the process for safety and purity. My favorite part of working with Juice Plus is knowing that people are benefiting from what we're doing. We put a lot of work into how we grow our ingredients and how we process them so that they're safe and high quality and nutritious. It's neat to see the results of that by seeing the customers that use them and seeing their lives improved from some of the healthy ingredients and produce that we process.
I was so excited to be getting such a wide variety of plant nutrition into our bodies every day, and even more excited that it's backed by over 40 gold standard studies and third-party tested for purity. These studies are double-blind, placebo-controlled, randomized, peer-reviewed, and published. This is the gold standard of research conducted by leading hospitals and universities. I think we're going to throw up a slide so you can see. These universities and research centers are from around the world, like MD Anderson Cancer Research Center, Yale University, King's College, and so much more. That research gave me such peace of mind that it was actually effective and would be absorbable, which most vitamins lack. In fact, an amazing illustration of the difference between a vitamin and whole food is it's this image that of what's in an apple. It has approximately 10,000 components in an apple, like vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. But this is the 400 known compounds in an apple, which is a far cry from a multivitamin that you see on the left that has 13 vitamins that we as humans have discovered, handfuls of minerals, and maybe a few herbs. So the most high-end multivitamin probably has 50 components at best. So I was excited that within the first few months of taking Juice Plus, my son actually started craving healthier foods. He actually ate a whole tomato and asked for more. And I practically had to pick myself up off the floor because in months prior, the texture alone would have weirded him out. For myself, I noticed it helped me have more energy. My cystic acne began to clear up and my migraines started happening less and less. Today, my son is such a good eater. He is a bright, extremely healthy 16-year-old. And I'm so grateful that he's had this great nutrition foundation his whole life. And I can't imagine what his health picture would have been if we hadn't learned about this all those years ago. I could go on and on it's been amazing and it has helped my family. It's helped me feel better today in my 40s than I ever did in my 20s. It helped me have 2 much healthier pregnancies with my girls, no preeclampsia that I had with my son. And I love that it's helped my husband through pretty intense injuries, and he does crazy rescue work. So that's been such a blessing. However, I know that we don't always feel prevention, especially when we're young. So that's why I love that the research shows so many amazing things that are happening for our bodies behind the scenes because of this wide variety of plants. So speaking of things that we don't necessarily feel, I want to share a short clip about how the research can positively affect our genetic switches. Perhaps you or a family member have a health history that's less than ideal. So I'm excited that genes don't have to be our destiny, and they are hugely affected by what we put in our mouths. Let's take a look.
We all know that our genes can play an important role in developing heart disease or cancer. But what many people think, that they are just victims of their genes, is simply not true. Our lifestyle impacts more than 50% of our health, and diet plays a major role. Genes can be turned up or down by what we choose to eat. The influence of nutrition on our genes is a new field of research called nutrigenomics. Australian researchers analyzed changes in gene expression. They wanted to know whether supplementation with Juice Plus affects certain groups of genes involved in inflammation and DNA repair. And now get this. They found that over 1,600 genes were changed after just 8 weeks of taking Juice Plus. The message here is simple. Good nutrition from a wide variety of fruits and vegetables is proven, once again, to be an important component of good health.
Now I want to introduce my friend Amy. Amy, would you take it away and share more?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, April. So my name is Amy. I'm a certified family health coach and personal trainer, wife and mom to 2 toddlers, 3 and 19 months. And my health journey started about 6 years ago. I had been suffering from daily chronic neck and head pain for almost a decade with no end in sight. And a friend of mine shared Juice Plus with me, and it just made so much sense. I had no idea we needed to be eating so many fruits and veggies every day. And I was just hopeful that this could finally be the answer to my debilitating pain. So a couple months into flooding my body with Juice Plus, I started realizing that my daily pain was diminishing. I had more energy and I was craving healthier foods. My health journey just continued to get better and better over time, and I still have flare-ups every now and then, but it is nothing compared to how it used to be. And my husband, he started eating healthier too. He started eating the capsule shortly after I did, and I was shocked. I remember we were in our living room and he was eating leaves of rock kale off of our garden. And this is a guy that used to live off of Velveeta mac and cheese and ramen. So this was not normal for him. And I also took Juice Plus during both of my pregnancies and have been so blessed to have two very healthy babies. They have their picky seasons just like every other toddler, but I can't tell you how happy it makes me to hear them asking to eat raw bell peppers or even drink sauerkraut juice. And it's very important for me to put good quality food into our bodies. And I just have so much peace of mind knowing as I'm giving them some of the very best whole food nutrition there is out there. So I would love to talk about another important thing to look at in terms of prevention, and that is to protect our brains. We certainly have to think about how our brain will age in our challenged world, but also how our children's development will be affected. Many of us turn to omegas for brain food, along with over 200 other proven amazing health benefits. So this slide here shows just a few of the many proven benefits. Sorry, I muted myself. Things such as it's 100% plant-based, it's pure and sustainable, it's full spectrum omegas, cold pressed vegan capsules, and these omegas help to support a broad array of health benefits, especially for the heart, brain, joints, skin, and eyes. Sorry, I lost my spot. But unfortunately, like I said, many of the omegas use fish oils that are contaminated, and not to mention they waste so much marine life in the process of creating them. So when Juice Plus, after an exhaustive 10-year process, came out with a one-of-a-kind of omega, I was absolutely thrilled. And one thing that makes this omega so unique, aside from it being fully plant-based, is that the omega capsule is actually cold fused and even has a tiny little nitrogen bubble in it that protects the oils from becoming rancid. So it's truly a one-of-a-kind omega. I can tell you from experience, going from someone who used to take fish oil supplements and got those nasty fish burps to now taking the Juice Plus plant-based ones, they taste so much better. It's this really subtle vanilla orange flavor, and kids can also take them too. My kids love them. I just poke a little hole in the top so they can get the oil out. So now I'm so excited to be able to introduce my sweet friend Jasmine to you so she can share her story.
Hello. Okay, so like Amy said, my name is Jasmine, and 6 years ago, I found myself covered from head to toe in the most excruciating blistering rashes that you could imagine. And I had no idea what was causing them. I went to a wide variety of specialists, both medical and holistic, and no one could give me a direct answer about the cause. So I was all alone and I had to figure it out for myself. So I decided that I was going to heal myself from the inside out. And I chose to go on a very restrictive gut healing diet for about 2 years. And during this time, I was also diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. And I was told that the only way that I would be able to get pregnant, excuse me, was that if I took a wide variety of medications. And I very soon realized that the side effects that came along with them were not something that I was willing to do. So I decided to stop them, and still being terrified and desperately wanting a baby, I prayed with all of my soul that what I was doing through nutrition was going to be enough. So at this point, I was at an all-time low. I felt helpless. I was incredibly anxious. I was depressed, and I lived in constant fear of when my next flare-up was going to be. I realized that I was not getting adequate nutrition from my very limited diet, but I didn't dare take any synthetic supplements because I knew that they made my symptoms worse. So when a friend told me about a simple way to get a huge variety of food and nutrition, my body honestly craved it. And for the first time in several years, I felt hope. So 3.5 years later, I am free of rashes. I feel nourished. I have peace of mind that I honestly didn't think was ever going to be possible. And not only that, I was able to conceive on my own and had an incredible pregnancy. Sorry, this little one in the background. And now I have my little 16-month-old daughter. And one of the reasons that this was all possible was because I had adopted a Shred 10 lifestyle. So if you are in need of a whole lifestyle reset and an incredible jumpstart program, we would love for you to join us in our Shred 10 program. What it does is that it helps you to naturally and gently shed toxins, but it also provides amazing resources completely free, like an accountability group, meal plans, grocery lists, plant-based cookbooks, free home workout series, and guidebook. So it's like hitting a reset button on your cravings and your not so healthy habits that can creep in on all of us. So let's quickly hear from Dr. Mitra Ray, who developed the program.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mitra Ray.
And I'm Jake Kelly.
I have an engineering degree from Cornell and a PhD in biochemistry from Stanford Medical School. I've been studying health for a long time. Initially, I started out by studying degenerative diseases such as cancer and Alzheimer's. But I watched my father suffer from heart disease, and I lost him to a second heart attack, and my mother to Alzheimer's. And I didn't want to go down that path. And I didn't want my children to have to face those kinds of harsh realities either. And I wanted to be as healthy as possible for as long as possible for my children. And I've known Jake since she was 7 years old.
And I was lucky enough to grow up in this kind of lifestyle, and I went on to become a two-sport Division I athlete. After graduating, I became an urban farmer and then realized that I had to figure out how do I take care of my own health. And part of that healthy lifestyle that I'm talking about included the Juice Plus products and what I learned from Dr. Mitra Ray, that they could be a jump start to some other healthy lifestyle changes.
We live in such a polluted world that we absolutely cannot eat enough fruits and vegetables to protect ourselves and our family. That's where Juice Plus products really come in, as they are a safe and reliable way to make sure you are getting the additional plant nutrition you need to detoxify these toxins on a daily basis. Juice Plus also acts as a catalyst to help you make other lifestyle changes, such as eating a more plant-strong diet. Using the Juice Plus products, I created the Shred 10 lifestyle for anyone who wants to take their health to the next level. This program is safe and beneficial for all ages, allowing the whole family to join in to create a healthier family.
Besides taking Juice Plus capsules and shakes, we want to increase our intake of water, reduce stress, get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and exercise most days of the week. We also want to reduce caffeine and alcohol, eating after 6 p.m., and eating processed foods most of the time.
We also want to give up the foods that cause systemic inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and sugar fluctuations. The program provides recipes and support to help you do this. We work together to give up gluten, dairy, and artificial and refined sugars. If you can commit to follow these guidelines, even just for a few weeks, you start to feel so good that you want to continue with this program. Over time, you will experience more and more of a difference in how you look and feel.
When you do this, even just for a few weeks, let alone a few months, you can enjoy the benefits that others have experienced. Craving more fruits and vegetables, healthier weight, better recovery from workout, improved sleep, increased energy, healthier hair, nails, and skin, improved regularity, and improved mental clarity. One of the most important pieces is the support. Not only will we be shredding alongside you, but we will also add you to our Facebook community where there will be others who are shredding as well, and you'll find our customer guide that is filled with recipes, tracking guides, shopping lists, inspiration, and all kinds of ideas to help you on your journey.
The products are backed by decades of research. They are also affordable and come with a money-back guarantee.
Hey, Jasmine, is it my turn? Okay, I was like, I thought she was going to introduce me, but I don't remember. Sorry, guys. Hi, so my name is Jessica Simons. I'm a wife and mama of 4 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, so for me personally, even though I thought I was really eating healthy, I experienced a health crisis when my son was about 16 months old in February of 2015. I lost a lot of weight, about 75 pounds, unlike doing it the Shred 10 way, a little too quickly, unintentionally. As a nursing mama, I was concerned because I also was constantly in and out of the doctor's office for upper respiratory upper respiratory infections, etc. However, I noticed visible inflammation in my joints this time in the doctor's office. It was very scary. It was rapidly increasing, angry, red in color, and ultimately ended up leaving me unable to walk. Can you imagine? My family and I were very scared, and I had no idea what was going on. I had to spend a full day getting at least a dozen different tests done. They still had no idea what was wrong with me. I refused everything that would have stopped me from nursing my son, but I was worried I wouldn't be able to say no for long. We later learned that my immune system was so broken down that it allowed a somewhat common virus to get more severe than it should have been able to get. And they guessed I possibly had rheumatoid arthritis. I never went back because thankfully my sweet friend April, who I met through my Facebook Mama group, shared Juice Plus with me, who's on here today. She advised me that I begin doubling up on the whole food capsules and drinking the complete shakes on a daily basis to help give my body as much nutrition as possible. She also helped me to adjust my diet and to try to stay away from as many processed and sugary things as possible. It helped me to feel so much better, and now I get sick so much less. And when I rarely do, because I still do every now and then, not only does it last a very small fraction of the time, but the way that it feels is completely different. I'm not having any issues with my joints anymore, which I was before with the inflammation. Looking back, I was sick way too often. That was not normal. It helped me to keep the weight off and not yo-yoing like I used to, curbing my addictions to sugar, caffeine, and now I actually crave vegetables on a daily basis. I'm so thankful for this new normal. Aside from my personal experience, I've seen my kiddos have relief from things like chronic eczema, constipation, fainting spells, and acne since starting to eat Juice Plus. It's been such an amazing solution to getting concentrated nutrition into our bodies in an easy and effective way. So let's say you're one of the few people that actually manages to get 9 to 13 servings of a variety of fruits and vegetables into your body every day. That's amazing. However, finding it fresh year round can be a problem. And sometimes things that are shipped many, many miles, thus losing a large portion of its nutrition in that transport. I love that there's an amazing solution for folks to grow their own delicious organic produce in very small spaces like I have, and with an incredible aeroponic growing system called the Tower Garden. So let's check out this quick clip.
Tower Garden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more colorful, better tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Tower Garden has a 20-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic Mineral Blend enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Tower Garden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in your Tower Garden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution drips through the central tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution feeds the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than they would in soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Tower Garden the healthier, easier, smarter way to grow your produce.
So green thumb, black thumb, it really doesn't matter. Anyone can grow anywhere. I love being able to grow our own fresh food without any extra steps of constantly watering and weeding and bugs. the bugs are so much better. I can have fresh produce year round by growing outside or inside. There's no more food waste happening in our home. And I love being able to share the gift of whatever we grow with friends and family. It's so fun. And speaking of fun, the kiddos learn so much. And what a priceless gift to be able to teach them how to grow food, right? So now I'm going to turn it over to my dear friend, Michelle, who lives a one-of-a-kind lifestyle because of everything that we're sharing here today.
Hey y'all, my name is Michelle Day, and I'm a health nut raising 4 babies while traveling full-time around the country in an RV. I'm so excited to share my journey in health and in life. When I learned about Juice Plus 4 years ago, Jess actually brought me to see Dr. Sears speak at a seminar, and I was immediately blown away with the third-party testing and research that went into these products. And even though my kids did eat the 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables, our genes were still just unhealthy. Cancer, diabetes, heart disease, you name it, my genes had it. We decided to go all in, assuming that we wouldn't see any changes because we were already healthy, but knowing it was going to do work behind the scenes. Within a week, this added nutrition helped heal my daughter's chronic constipation that she had since birth. Within a few months, my husband, who never willingly ate a fruit or vegetable, started trying and even liking them. Now, a few years later, he's over a year into his fully plant-based lifestyle. But what I never in a million years saw coming was the changes that I had personally experienced. You see, I struggled with anxiety, depression, and panic attacks since, well, as long as I can remember. I couldn't go to the grocery store or even take my own kiddos to the park. I was experiencing 5 to 7 panic attacks a week, which was a huge decrease from when I was unhealthy and I was experiencing multiple a day. But within 4 to 6 months of adding in Juice Plus to our diets, I started feeling all around better. My panic attacks were decreasing and I was able to do the normal life things. I'm now 3.5 years free of panic attacks and living my best life, which I'll share a little bit more with you guys in just a moment. But first, I want to talk about the options that we shared up until this point. The first option is you can become a customer. It's so simple and it only just takes a few minutes. The second option is to consider sponsoring a child, any child, and they'll receive their free fruits and vegetables with your adult order for up to 4 years. But maybe you're so excited and you already have a few people in mind that could benefit from this information. Option number 3 is what made the most sense for my family. And if this sounds like the best option to you, it only costs $52 a year to own the franchise of the company. Not only can it help offset the cost of your products, but if you decide to share with just a few people, the company will also send you a thank you check for $50. You'll also receive a free Juice Plus Live conference ticket to come and see a little bit more about what our company and our community has to offer. Be thinking about which of these sounds best for you and what you're most comfortable with moving forward. My family, we eat it all. The fruits, the veggies, the berries, the omegas, we drink shakes every day. Plus we're growing produce in our tower garden. And yes, it fits comfortably everywhere, even in an RV. Everything you've seen here today costs about the same or less than a fancy cup of coffee daily. So I want to ask, what's the value of your health and what makes the most sense moving forward? If you have a few short minutes to stay on, I'd love to share a little bit more with you about what our mission-minded business could do to provide more options in your life. Our community is full of passionate, supportive people that encourage, mentor, and help grow with one another. As a mom, this was huge for me in a time when I felt the most isolated. It gave me an instant like-minded group that I belonged to. I began naturally sharing this information, not because I was partnered with the company, but because everywhere I looked, I saw people who needed to know about these solutions, and I just couldn't keep them to myself. Once I learned that I could earn back on my money on my family's orders and offset the costs, I figured, why not? And for only $52 a year, it made sense because I knew our family was going to eat Juice Plus for the rest of our lives. I had no idea that sharing these simple solutions with people I cared about would slowly but surely give our family more options financially. Today, we get to say yes to so much more. When my husband left corporate America 3 years ago, actually almost 4, we had options. We decided to both stay home with our kiddos. We decided to take time to travel, buy an RV, and explore the country. This opportunity has helped us to say yes to things that we had never dreamed of. I'm so excited that we also get the opportunity to have a Fortune 500 corporate benefits package, such as medical, dental, vision, life insurance, chiropractic care, and expense allowance, holiday bonuses, and even tuition reimbursement that can help pay for college for up to 5 members of your household. This company has a huge heart for creating a solid Plan B option for people through a franchise that we own, and it's even willable, so you can pass that legacy down to your kiddos. We've been traveling the country for more than 3 years now, visited 48 states, and made so many amazing memories along the way. We have the freedom and the flexibility to say yes to so much more. So I just want to ask you, what could the extra income do for you and your family? I'm going to play one last video to invite you to visualize what if. What if you had more time, flexibility, and financial options?
I think our business model really addresses what people are looking for in kind of the gig economy. The primary reason for that is that our business model is very simple, and it has been very simple for almost 50 years now.
Juice Plus does everything for you. They bill, ship, collect directly to end consumer. All you have to do is share the product and your experience and help others do the same. It does not get more simple than that.
This is a great way to just use the moments, the busyness of your life, and weave this business into everything that you're currently doing.
And I get to do it when I want, with who I want. I do have that choice, which is amazing.
Other jobs, there are things out there, for instance, ride sharing, driving, deliveries.
You're stuck in an office, or you're behind your cash register, or you're working for someone else.
I think it's hard to put a price on being your own boss.
And it's something that goes way beyond just taking our products. It's come with us, get inspired, get educated, get motivated.
It took me from feeling like a stuck stay-at-home mom that was just trying to get through each day to why not help other people experience this, or at least let them know about it, while also working this business with my own personality and in the way that I want to.
It really is about changing lives, inspiring healthy living, and making a difference.
What makes the Juice Plus Company unique is this incredible partnership that we have between the people that are out there sharing Juice Plus and how we at corporate do the best we can to support it.
Step by step, from the first level to the next level, someone is there for you.
The company has done an incredible job placing all the infrastructure in place to help you be successful.
There's never been a better time to start the Juice Plus business. If you're asking why, I would say why not?
It takes three things: sharing your story, sharing the product, and sharing the business opportunity. And oh, by the way, let's have some fun.
There's no overhead. The company does the shipping and the billing for us. All we get to do is talk to people and care for people and educate people on the power of nutrition.
And the most researched nutrition product in the world with the best people in the world. And I don't know who wouldn't want to be a part of this.
Come and join us. Come and join and see what happens when you get a group of people that are locked in on understanding what nutrition can do to the body. Experience the joy and the wellness of it. It's very exciting. I'm telling you, it's exciting.
I just want to thank you all so much for joining us and taking the time to learn and even dream a little. We wanted to share the nutrition and the business opportunity because both have made such an impact in our lives. So I just want to leave you with a few questions. Who in your life should know about this? What friends or loved ones are searching for solutions? And maybe it's not health and wellness, but maybe it's finances, maybe it's purpose or community to belong to. So many people join us for so many different reasons. I wanted to ask you to take this time to consider what makes the most sense for you. We'll be following up with you to connect. Thank you all again for coming.